Hi guys, I'm Durjoy Datta, best-selling author and author of the new Audible original, The Opposite of Love, and this is my Audible Mic Check. So The Opposite of Love is story of Dhiman and Amal, two characters who have nothing in common except a traumatic incident in the past. The story happens in a course of 3-4 days and how they sort of recover from that incident. It's also a story of revenge and redemption. As a writer, I think I have gravitated towards writing about characters. This is a more plot-driven story and there are like sense of mystery and suspense in it. And of course, there's a very surprising end, which I think you guys will like. So Dhiman is a travel influencer and he has traveled so much that travel has sort of lost meaning for him. He also has 1 million followers on Instagram and that is built on a sad incident. Amal on the other side is a college-going girl who's going to travel for the first time. It's her first solo trip and she hopes to recover from a very bad breakup. So these are the two characters. So the inspiration came from a real life conversation that I was having with a friend. So a couple of years ago, I was on a whirlwind book tour and I called up a friend and she was like, you are having such a ball of a time. You're going to so many cities, you're getting to travel so much. And I was like, no, this is extremely tiring. I don't like it at all. And she was like, you're so ungrateful because she herself hadn't moved out of her hometown in like 10 years. So that sort of stayed in my mind and that's where the book came from. The number one reason is that the characters are very weird. They have like weird worldviews about everything. Number two is that the end is very surprising. I'll be very surprised if you guess the ending. And number three is of all the 3 audiobooks that I've written, I think this is by far the best. It is an immersive experience, if I can call it that. I think it will be a great experience if you read it. Listen to it. So the bedtime story we keep going back to, it's very strange, but it's Game of Thrones. I tell her watered down version of Game of Thrones because Game of Thrones, if you think of it, is a fairy tale with kings and queens and dragons and big dogs. My first listen was Atomic Habits. I call it the gateway book to audiobooks. If you want to introduce anyone to audiobooks, I think that's the book. No drama discipline. So we like to listen to all the parenting books so that we are on the same page and we are not parenting in 2 entirely different ways. My favorite audiobook has to be One Day, David Nichols. Listen to The Opposite of Love, a story fueled by redemption and revenge only on Audible. Download the app now.